Hello friends and enemies, welcome back to Happy For Now. It's Summer of Collabs Sunday, so this will be our last summer of collabs for the summer, and I'm so excited to end this off with Shay from Shay Geeks Out, one of my favorite manga creators. She constantly gives me such good manga recs, is like clutch when I am shopping and I'm like, did you read this yet? Is this good? Should I get it? Oh, the best resource, truly, especially for anyone who's just now getting into manga or looking to start. And if you like romance mangas and like Shojo and Josei, she's your girl. Of course, we are also joined by Tamika from Tamika's Library, who I've done this whole collab series with this summer, and it has just been such a blast to do, and I've loved getting to do collabs with a bunch of our favorite creators. On that note, this week's collab is, if you like this, read this manga. I went with archetypes and themes for this one, so I have a couple different like scenario situations you often find in manga, and I'm wrecking around those. Most of these are romance. All of these are romance. I take that back. I was like, did I get any non-romance? No, they're all romancy. So there's that to go in with the comfort of knowing that there's some cute times to be had. But yeah, I'm really excited about this because I honestly have been expanding out my manga, like what I've been reading this year, and it's still a lot of romance, don't get me wrong, but I feel like I've like read a lot of new series and haven't gotten the chance to rec enough of them, so I'm excited to be able to do that here today. First up, we've got your Jock characters, which is like not my type. I mean, I say that like I didn't also date jocks in high school. It's fine, but generally speaking, not my favorite go-to. But I love these three mangas so freaking much, and I would categorize all of them as kind of jock-like characters. So first we have Cheeky Brat, which is currently only out in 3 volumes as of recording this. And this follows a basketball team manager who has a crush on the captain, the captain of the team, which is why she becomes a manager, and that doesn't work out for her. But a guy a year younger than her has a crush on her, and he starts acting on that crush kind of, and not harassing her to date him, but kind of harassing her to date him, you know, in that like manga way. And it's very, very cute. And I am loving this series so far. I still have volume 3 to read, but I don't see that disappointing me at all. This just has that really fun dynamic of a hesitant one and one that is a little overeager at times, but also just some fun like dynamics between the basketball team and how they like her and treat her as their manager and how like nice they are to her. It's really cute. It's very, very cute. So I really love this one. I think it's a great option to pick up if you like your jocks, because he's a cute little tall jock boy who plays the squeaky shoes. Then we have Catch These Hands, which is a sapphic manga. This follows 2 former high school rivals who used to fight in high school and were part of like the girl gangs, so like has my heart immediately, like, let's be honest. I was just like, I'm in love with them both. I'm in love with them both. This follows them post high school, and when they're a little bit older, they accidentally run into each other. One of them is working at a department store, the other one is trying to turn her life around, and she is figuring it out, I guess, and trying to find a new outfit and a look, and the girl helps her, and then they kind of start dating in this weird way where they're like not sure what they're doing, and it's really cute. I loved the first 2 volumes so far, and I also really liked that they're like that jockey type of character that's not like playing sports necessarily, but like they're definitely, you know, like they would be sporty. They're sporty people more than I am at the very least. But yeah, I love their dynamic. This is such a fun sapphic manga, or Yuri, and it's such a delight to read. Like their dynamic is hilarious. I also just love like how shy the one is about her crush that she had on her in high school, and why she never acted on it or anything like that until now that they're grown. And the other one like thinks she's pranking her. So that's just, it's really funny. Last, we have Abe-kun's Got Me Now, which I started reading digitally and have really enjoyed so far. This one follows a master of karate kid type situation where he's like the top of the school, and he decides he likes this girl and kind of starts pursuing her, and she's very hesitant and unsure and like calls him a gorilla and all these things. But he is determined to woo her, and he does, and it's really, really fun. I have giggled at this one multiple times. I'm really fingers crossed for a print release from this from Kodansha, because this one is so freaking cute, y'all, that honestly, if you aren't reading it right now, you're missing out. And it's just a really fun digital first manga. I also just have really enjoyed their dynamic as well. It's very similar to Cheeky Brat's dynamic, but this one's funny because like the karate team wants her to be their manager and he's like, no, absolutely not. And I was just like, oh my goodness, I love this. In a similar vein to Cheeky Brat, like it's very much like, no, you can't do that, because if the other guys start to like you, how am I supposed to compete? And I was just like, oh, you're afraid of competition. That's adorable. Next we have one of my favorite subgenres of manga. The one that like there's too many and I want to read them all and like I need to collect them all. It's a whole thing. And that's my fantasy romances. I love a fantasy romance manga. I have read a few. I want to read more, but they're so long and so big that it definitely is going to take me time to get through them. So first, of course, we have my Yona of the Dawn, which is right behind me. This is a 36 volume epic fantasy story about a girl, Yona, who is a princess and watches her father get killed by the love of her life, who's also like her cousin kind of, but not like that, not like in the gross way. So he kills her dad. She sees it. Her bodyguard Hawk takes her away and they go on the run. Turns out she is the dragon reincarnate, possibly, and she rounds up her dragon companions and they all have special abilities depending on which dragon they are, and it follows this just like massive epic fantasy storyline over 36 currently volumes in the US. We'll get 37 soon. This is one that if you are interested in it, obviously it is a big commitment, but I highly recommend you check your libraries for it, and also for like it on sale or something. Like don't go buy all 36 volumes at once. This is taking me time to collect. But you know, you could pick up like one to three volumes and give it a try, but again, I know that's a big commitment. So I have one that's less of a commitment, which is Nina the Starry Bride. This one will be 7 volumes like as this video comes out, like that Tuesday, I think volume 7 comes out. So this is one that's coming out pretty consecutively from Japan. Like it came out in February for Japan, volume 7, and we're getting volume 7 in the States in August. So it's not like terribly behind, but this is such a good story and I really love this series. I picked this up when it started releasing in the States in 2021 and was thrilled with it. This definitely, similar to Yona, has a lot of politics to it. We are following a girl who lives on the streets and gets taken into the castle to pretend to be someone she is not, which is like a high priestess with these very special eyes. And she has to assume the identity of this person. And then we find out there's other people who have assumed identities of other people. She has to journey to this other land to marry this guy to help bring peace. But maybe things aren't as they seem, and she's got a crush on this other boy, and it's very complicated and utterly delightful. I have enjoyed this series so much, and I'm really excited to see where it goes in volume 7 and from there, honestly, on the plot, because volume 6, we had a lot of things going on. This is also a digital only manga like Abe-kun, so if you are curious about it, it's a great option to pick up and you could read it on your phone or your tablet pretty easily. And also that's a lower space investment and cost investment when you're buying digitally. So yeah, I highly recommend picking it up. Next, we have my favorite mangas right now, / the ones I recommend the most if you want a book set in high school. So I have 2 for this one. So I am going to recommend Skip and Loafer, which is my newest one that I have talked about a couple times now, but I am obsessed with. I literally just picked up the 5th volume and I'm dying to read 4 and 5, so I'm fully caught up, but it is so good. Skip and Loafer follows a young girl who lives in the countryside of Japan, and she comes to Tokyo for school and lives with a family member that is her caretaker while she's going to high school here. She is almost late on her first day and runs into this boy, and they begin a burgeoning friendship. And she's just trying to navigate like high school in Tokyo, making friends, being the new girl. I mean, everyone's kind of new, it's freshman year, but like, you know what I mean? Like she's extra new, right? And then being friends with this boy that a lot of the girls like, and what that is and what that means, and like, you know, leaving all of her friends and family behind to come to Tokyo and go to school. Like it's a very big thing, and it's just one of those mangas that like I can't put down when I start it. And I love seeing where the story is going. It's super slice of life and like cute, but it's also really like heartwarming at times. And I love the way that everything has played out so far. and volume 5 is Christmas, so I'm very excited for that. Next we have my Love Mix-Up, which is probably one of the silliest high school set mangas that I'm currently reading. This one follows two boys who have a little mix-up. He has an eraser that he drops, and I had a name carved into it, and the name carved into it is the name of the boy behind him. He borrowed this eraser from a classmate, and he thought that was the name carved into it, but a letter had come off of the eraser. So this follows their accidental story of dating and falling in love, I'm assuming, by the end of it. There's some dramas adapted from this, and I do really want to watch those dramas, but for now the manga is like just so cute and precious, and they're like, by volume 3 they're navigating like what it means for them to date each other, and it's just really, really cute and sweet. And he's also navigating not like outing his friend's crush, which was also very precious to me, because I think that's such a hard thing when you're a teen, like, and you have a crush on somebody, and like, you know, somebody's gonna out you about your crush. Like, it's just so dramatic. Everything's dramatic when you're 14, 15, 16 though, but like it's extra dramatic in this because obviously he doesn't want to out his friend's crush or make them think he likes it. Like, it's a whole thing, and it's really, really cute. This is a really fun one with really goofy dynamics, but also a delightful like setup overall. And honestly, it's one of those ones I feel like I don't know a lot of people that would pick this up and not enjoy it. All right, our last thing is if you're looking for a workplace manga, I got two for you right now, and I'm not gonna wreck the one you think I'm gonna wreck, okay? Like, I'm not wrecking either of those. I just want you to know that I'm not wrecking either one of the two mangas. Yeah, probably the two mangas you would expect me to wreck here. So we are going to recommend, oh my god, what is it called? I always butcher this title, so I'm gonna check it. Okay. I'm a wolf, but my boss is a sheep, which is this one. Furry-esque, yes, I guess. That rhymed. I'm very uncomfortable with that. Anyways, but not. So everyone in the workplace is a different animal in different groups, and the boss lady is a sheep, and they run this department, and he transfers in, and it is all about their like flirtation and nerves around their different dynamics because of the type of animal they are. And he has a crush on her, and it's just really, really cute. There's only one volume of this right now, but I do think it's a fun one that is pretty easy to read and also very just silly. Like, it's funny because it turns out the sheep have been like trying to run off anyone who's not a sheep in this department. So this is a great time. I highly recommend it. And there's really not a lot to say about it because, like I said, there's only one volume right now, but it's just really cute. And some of the dynamics with the other characters are really cute and fun in this. The other one I want to recommend is Our Teachers Are Dating. These two are both, is another Yuri or Sapphic manga series. This one follows two teachers that are co-teachers, like they both lead a classroom together type thing, and it's their slow evolution of a relationship. I would consider this the Sapphic or Yuri Sweat and Soap, which is the book I'm not going to recommend because I talk about it a ton, and if you haven't read it yet, I don't know what you're doing with your life. But this is the Sapphic version of that. It's also only 4 volumes and completed after that. I currently have it out on loan, so I don't have it to hold up. And I didn't hold up any others, so who knows what we're doing here. But this one is an absolute delight. It is definitely a little dirtier than Sweat and Soap tended to be at times, but not in a bad way, like in a really fun way, and it moves a little quicker. But this is a really cute workplace one that I think is a great option for someone looking for a short completed series to read that takes place in the workplace. And also just follows the like struggles of a relationship, and it's just, they're precious sweet beans and I love them immensely. So if you haven't read it yet, you should get on it. Those are all the mangas that I think you should read if you're looking for these specific things. And if you made it this far and you've got a manga rec for me in any of those categories, let me know in the comments. If you don't want to do that, you can leave me a fox emoji because I'm about to go continue my Naruto marathon that we have been on for the last week and a half. We're not going to talk about it. We're not going to talk about it. It's fine. We're finally finishing the last half of Naruto. So that's a thing in my life. Anyways, make sure you go check out the other 2 videos in this collab. And I will have links to all these mangas as well as links to my friend anywhere on the internet down below. And I will talk to y'all in just a few days. Bye.
Already packing, come with me. I'm not really asking. We'll get away to a place where we don't know. About to see the world in action, what we can be, life with no distractions. We'll get away.